All right, welcome back to the channel. Terence Crawford team speaks out on what the problem is between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis, and Bernie the Boxer, member of Terence Crawford's team, blames Floyd Mayweather Jr. for the drama we've seen between two of the best fighters in the world. Let's talk about that in this video. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about some crybabiness. There's a lot of people that say, oh man, all you do is you hate on Terence, you hate on Terence, you hate on Terence. I retort with no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't. Unfortunately for me, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. fought. Terence Crawford won the fight. I think that is the only stretch of time where I was saying, hey, I got another guy over Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford, as you know, is motivated by people saying those things. So he took exception to the things that I said and that other people said. He let it be known very, very clearly in Twitter and on Twitter about the people that he don't mess with because they say things about him that he doesn't appreciate. So fast forward to an interview that took place yesterday on, I believe it was on yesterday. That's the date that I saw the snippet cut. A live stream conversation between Mill City Boxing, shout out to Mill City Boxing, and Bernie the Boxer, in which Mill City Boxing asked Bernie the Boxer, what's the problem with Tank and Terence Crawford? And because, you know, Bomac had made a statement about weight classes or weight or rehydration clauses being some PUSSYSHIT. So many people, myself included, thought that from Bomac was aimed at Gervonta Davis. Well, in a very unconvincing argument, Bernie the Boxer says, no, that was not about Gervonta. We don't care about Gervonta. But then he went into what the problem between Gervonta and Terence Crawford was. And I can't lie, dude. Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis, in a lot of ways, remind me of each other. So why did he say that Gervonta was mad? He said because Terence Crawford is always around Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. speaks very highly of Terence Crawford and is always there trying to help Terence and talk to Terence, right? Thinks Terence is a fantastic fighter. And that makes Gervonta Davis jealous. And because Gervonta Davis is jealous of Terence Crawford's relationship with Floyd Mayweather, that makes Gervonta Davis act out and say things about Terence Crawford and talk to Terence Crawford when, you know, somebody in his situation with all the money, with all the, you know, that people say is the biggest, you know, the face of boxing and all that stuff. Why would he be looking at Terence Crawford and hating on Terence Crawford? And then Bernie the Boxer had the nerve to say, yeah, we need to, why can't we build? Why can't we build with each other? Man, I think I threw up a little bit into my coffee cup listening to Bernie the Boxer say those things. First of all, Terence Crawford acts just like Gervonta Davis, the description of Gervonta Davis. That Terence Crawford gets upset when people say that people can beat him. When Terence Crawford does not appreciate people saying that Terence Crawford can't do this, can't do that. And Terence Crawford gets mad and talks to boxing fans all kind of ways, will talk to other fighters all kind of other ways when he feels like somebody has encroached or been disrespectful to him. Gervonta Davis is the exact same way. Gervonta Davis will snap on somebody if he feels like they have disrespected him, and it doesn't matter how big or small the guy is. You'll hear Terence Crawford talk smack about me and then talk smack about Al Heyman. Two polar different two different poles of boxing involvement. Same thing for Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis will go off on Turkey Al-Sheikh, and Gervonta Davis will go off on Ray Jackson or somebody, shout out to Ray Jackson, or somebody else on Twitter that says something to him on Twitter. They're both very reactionary. They both are live wires on their social media. So for Bernie the Boxer to sit up there and act as if there was any real difference in the behavior between the two, come on, man. Terence Crawford, if Terence Crawford lived by what Bernie the Boxer said, you wouldn't hear half the drama with Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford is somebody that will absolutely positively get upset at the smallest things. Now, was Gervonta Davis jealous of Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. because Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he's a good fighter? I don't think so, man, because that would apply to a lot of different fighters. Floyd Mayweather Jr. said that Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter. I don't think Gervonta Davis is mad at Canelo Alvarez, and I just don't believe that Gervonta is mad at Terence Crawford for that reason. Gervonta Davis is just somebody that is he just rolls by himself. He's somebody that is kind of independent person, sits out and is constantly on Twitter. He tweets and deletes, just acting like, the young man that he is. I know he's 30 now, but hey, man, a couple months ago, he's 29, and plus I'm 55. So they all kind of seemed like little kids to me. But whatever the case is, I'm not trying to hear that explanation out of Bernie the Boxer. I'm not trying to hear it, man, because Gervonta Davis can be real sensitive about things saying to him and can definitely snap off. But pot calling the kettle black when your team Crawford and Terence Crawford been doing the same thing, and he's been doing the same thing for years. But they're both tremendous, tremendous fighters. I got them number 1 and number 2 in my pound for pound list. So they do have a lot in common, man. They both acknowledge that they're both terrific fighters, except for I think Terence is a little bit more vocal about his appreciation for the skills of Gervonta Davis than Gervonta Davis is with Terence Crawford. But now, in some related news, though, we got some really good fights coming up this weekend. I can't wait. We have David Benavidez and David Morrell fighting. I do believe that fight is in Vegas, and on the undercard is another terrific fight with Steve Fulton Jr. and the rematch that he has with Brandon Figueroa. I'm telling you, man, the main event is great fight. Man, I'm telling you, do not miss that co-main event, or do not miss that fight between Steve Fulton Jr. and Brandon Figueroa. The first fight was nonstop action the entire fight. Now, to see this, and we'll see whether or not I do believe this fight is at 126. I don't believe it's at 122. That the added strength and the added size from Brandon Figueroa really might make that outcome a little bit different than it was the first time around. The first time around, I thought Steve Fulton won because he was slipping. He was really slipping out of the combinations of Brandon Figueroa very well. But I don't know, man. You see him. We'll wonder if his confidence is all the way back and all that stuff. Well, anyway, we'll see. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. I can't wait for those two fights this weekend. Please let me know what you're looking forward to this weekend. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.